Listen up, my friend. If you're waiting for a woman to clearly tell you she's attracted to you, you've already lost the game. The brutal truth? Most men are completely blind to what's happening right in front of them. They miss every single signal because they're looking for Hollywood-style confessions that never come. Here's what you need to understand. Women communicate desire through a completely different language than words. It's subtle, it's layered, and if you don't know what to look for, you'll spend your entire life wondering why nothing ever happens with women who were actually waiting for you to make a move. Today, I'm breaking down the 7 unmistakable psychological signs that reveal a woman's hidden desire. These aren't games, these aren't tricks. This is pure female psychology backed by stoic wisdom. By the end of this video, you'll never misread a woman again. But before we dive in, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Why? Because what I'm about to share goes deeper than anything you'll find anywhere else. Let's get started. Here's something most men never notice. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, she creates what I call strategic closeness. She doesn't announce it, she doesn't make it obvious, but somehow she's always there. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're at a work event, a gym class, or even just grabbing coffee. There's this woman who keeps ending up in your general area. Not stalking you, nothing creepy, but there's this pattern. She sits near you. She happens to be at the same coffee machine. She chooses the treadmill next to yours even when there are 10 others available. This isn't coincidence, this is biology. Her subconscious mind is pulling her into your orbit because she feels something she can't fully control. She might not even realize she's doing it, but you need to start paying attention. Here's the key. A woman who feels nothing keeps her distance. A woman who feels attraction reduces the space between you, inch by inch, moment by moment. Marcus Aurelius said, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." The same applies here. Her thoughts about you are changing her behavior, and her body is revealing what her mouth never will. If this is resonating, drop a comment right now and type, "I see it." Let's build some momentum here. All right, let's talk about something powerful, nervous energy. When a woman is secretly into you, she doesn't become smooth and seductive like in the movies. She becomes fidgety, distracted, and hyper-aware of herself. Picture this. You're talking to a woman, maybe a colleague, maybe someone you just met. She's laughing at your jokes a little too hard. She's playing with her hair. She's adjusting her bracelet, touching her neck, or shifting her weight from one foot to the other. Some guys think, oh, she's just nervous around people. Wrong. She's nervous around you. And that nervousness, it's not anxiety, it's attraction she's trying to hide. Let me give you a real-world example. A guy named Richard, 52, told me about a woman named Angela at his tennis club. Every time they spoke, she'd fidget with her water bottle, touch her collarbone, and avoid direct eye contact for more than 2 seconds. He thought she was uncomfortable. Turns out, she was desperately trying to keep her cool because she was massively attracted to him. Epictetus taught us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Her reaction to your presence is the truth serum you've been looking for. So here's your action step. Start watching how women's bodies respond when you're around. Drop a comment saying, "I notice," if you've ever seen this happen. My friend, let me tell you something. A woman's eyes are the one thing she cannot fake. She can control her words, she can manage her tone, but her eyes, they'll give her away every single time. When a woman desires you, her gaze does 3 very specific things. First, she holds eye contact just a fraction of a second longer than normal. Not enough to be obvious, but enough to create a spark. Second, she looks away, then looks back. This is called the double take, and it's one of the strongest subconscious signals of attraction. Third, her eyes soften when she looks at you. The tension in her face melts. Her expression warms up like sunlight breaking through clouds. Here's a story. A man named Victor, 47, used to think a woman at his book club wasn't interested because she rarely spoke to him directly. But when he started paying attention, he noticed something. Every time he walked into the room, her eyes found him within seconds. Every time he spoke, she watched him, not the person talking to him, but him. Her eyes told the whole story. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Stop imagining rejection where desire actually exists. If you've experienced this, comment, "Eyes don't lie." And let's keep this energy going. And hey, if you're not subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that button now. Here's a psychological phenomenon most men completely miss: mirroring. When a woman is drawn to you, her body subconsciously starts syncing with yours. You lean back, she leans back. You cross your arms, she mirrors the gesture. You slow your speech, her pace matches yours. This isn't imitation, this is her nervous system responding to yours. Let me give you a concrete example. A guy named Carlos, 55, was having coffee with a woman named Elena. He noticed that every time he picked up his cup, she'd reach for hers. When he leaned forward, she did too. When he relaxed into his chair, so did she. It was like watching a perfectly synchronized dance neither of them planned. This is biology, my friend. When a woman feels safe and attracted, her body naturally mirrors the man she's drawn to. It's called limbic resonance, and it's one of the most reliable indicators of genuine interest. Marcus Aurelius taught, "Observe constantly that all things take place by change. Watch for the change in her behavior when you're near." Drop a comment. "She mirrors me," if you've ever noticed this. And if you want advanced techniques on reading these signals, join the membership, link in the description. Here's where things get interesting. A woman who's secretly desiring you will experience something primal when another woman shows interest in you: jealousy. And here's the kicker. She'll try to hide it, but her body will betray her every single time. Picture this scenario. You're at a social event and you're talking to another woman. Maybe it's innocent, maybe it's nothing. But watch what happens to the woman who's secretly into you. Her smile tightens, her jaw clenches, she suddenly becomes busy with her phone. Or she inserts herself into the conversation with sudden energy. A man named Derek, 60, told me about a woman named Patricia who always acted indifferent toward him. But one evening, when another woman laughed at his joke and touched his arm, Patricia's entire demeanor shifted. She became cold, distant, and left the event early. 2 days later, she texted him out of nowhere. That wasn't coincidence. That was jealousy, revealing her hidden desire. Seneca said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." But jealousy? It doesn't wait. It shows up immediately. If this has happened to you, type "jealousy revealed" in the comments. Let's see how many of you have experienced this. Listen carefully because this one is gold. When a woman secretly desires you, she starts putting in effort. She doesn't give anyone else. She remembers the small things you mentioned. She dresses a little better when she knows she'll see you. She texts you longer messages than she sends others. She makes time for you even when her schedule is packed. Let me give you an example. A guy named Frank, 58, noticed that a woman named Susan at his pottery class always seemed polished on the days he attended. But on days he missed, other classmates told him she showed up in casual clothes, no makeup, minimal effort. She was putting in extra work specifically for him. Here's the psychology. Women don't waste energy on men they're not interested in. If she's investing time, attention, and effort into her appearance or interaction with you, she's signaling desire. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." She's decided what she wants, and it's you. Now she's doing what she has to do to get your attention. Comment "extra effort" if you've seen this sign. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. You're missing out on game-changing content. Here's the final sign, and it's the most powerful one. When a woman is secretly desiring you, the entire energy of the space changes the moment you walk in. She doesn't have to look at you directly. She doesn't have to say a word, but you'll feel it. Her posture changes. Her voice shifts. She becomes more aware of herself, her hands, her hair, her position in the room. Let me tell you about Michael, 53. He started noticing that whenever he entered the yoga studio, a woman named Claire would immediately straighten her back, adjust her mat, and become hyper-focused on her movements. She never looked at him directly, but her entire energy transformed the second he arrived. This is primal attraction, my friend. Her nervous system is reacting to your presence before her conscious mind even processes it. Marcus Aurelius said, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." And when you start thinking like a man who notices these shifts, your entire dating life transforms. If you felt this energy shift, comment "I feel it." And seriously, if you're not subscribed, you're leaving value on the table. Hit that subscribe button now. All right, my friend, you've just learned the 7 unmistakable psychological signs that a woman is secretly desiring you. These signals are happening all around you, at work, at the gym, at social events, and now you know exactly what to look for. But here's the truth. Knowing the signs isn't enough. You need to understand how to respond to them with calm, confident, masculine energy. And that's exactly what I teach inside the membership. Advanced strategies, real-world examples, and the Stoic frameworks that turn attraction into connection. If you want to go deeper, join the membership. Link is in the description. And if this video helped you, do 3 things. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Drop a comment telling me which sign resonated most. Tomorrow's video is going to blow your mind. I'll see you there.